Morning, Fit Fam. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about like when you feel like you're kind of like in a funk feeling. For the past couple days, maybe almost a week, I've been feeling off. I just haven't been feeling like myself. I've been feeling like depressed, and I couldn't shake it off. Like something, it was just like an internal feeling, and I just wasn't feeling like myself. It was like the smallest things were bothering me. I was feeling like back to my old self, if that makes sense. Like the unmotivated me, and just like not myself lately. And so like last night I prayed, right? Like I really started praying. Like I was like just asking for whatever feeling, whatever was going on with me to to just get out. So the last thing I told myself last night before I went to sleep was, Iris, you're gonna wake up tomorrow and you're gonna be back to yourself. You're gonna be motivated. You're gonna be positive. You're gonna make the decision to you're gonna make the decision to be positive. You're gonna make the decision to be happy. You're gonna make the decision to get motivated. And the first thing I did this morning was I went to YouTube and I found like a I went on YouTube and I looked up for motivational videos, and I personally love motivational videos. I feel like I always get something out of it. That So basically what I wanted to tell you guys today was, you're not always going to be motivated, and there is going to be times where we're going to feel like we're going back to our old ways, or just feeling like. And this is where having to self-discipline yourself comes in, because at the end of the day, we're not going to always be motivated. You have to self-discipline yourself. You have to be stronger than your mind. If we only knew how powerful our minds were, it's crazy. Like, if you notice that when you start to think positive and act positive, we start to feel so happy because we start to feel like things are falling into place. And then like something goes wrong or we fail at something, and then we start to feel unmotivated and just like the world or the universe is against you. And so we just give up and things just go bad all over again. Guys, you have to own the moment. Like, when you start to feel all spazzed out and like just like thinking all types of negative things, like, you just have to stop right there. Stop right there and tell yourself no. Like, start thinking about all the positive things that you were thinking about that led you to achieve everything you have achieved this far. Like, start thinking about why you started at a moment of insecurity, unmotivated, feeling negative about your own self. Like, we are our worst critics, and only you can make yourself either happy or sad. Like, I went through a long time in my life where I didn't know who I barely was. I felt like I had completely plateaued in my life, and I really started just like letting go of those that I started letting go of people that I knew weren't bringing anything positive to me, that I felt like when I was around them, it was just always a negative vibe, just people that I feel like didn't want more than what I started just letting go of the negative. I started surrounding myself around positive people. And even most of my mentors are people online, people that aren't even alive anymore. They don't have to, it doesn't have to be like, oh, don't ever feel alone. Don't ever feel like you can't surround yourself around positive people because there's no one positive around you. You can always go online, and there's always, like, I remember before I started like changing my ways and trying to become a better person and trying to be like a positive person all the time, I didn't know anybody like that. I didn't know anybody that, like, the only person that was positive that way was Clinton. And I am so thankful that he is that way, because because of him being that way, I feel like it helped me transition my. He would always tell me, like, babe, you have to be positive and you have to think positive, and surround yourself around positive people. And when you're a negative person and you're always in a negative state of mind, when you hear things like that, it actually. But at the end of the day, what I'm basically trying to tell you guys is you are in control of how you feel. You are in control of your feelings. Whatever you're feeling, you can self-discipline yourself and alternate. And yes, I know things are easier said than done, guys. But when I tell you that, you know what? Life is hard. And you can either choose to live life hard for the rest of your life, being negative, or you can choose to push through the difficult times, understand it, but learn to self-evaluate, reevaluate yourself, and tell yourself in that very moment that you're going to choose to not be negative. It's always easier said than done, and I get it. I mean, I'm human too, and the purpose, I never really come on here and do videos like this, but I really felt like I have never gotten myself out of I have never pulled myself out of a funk like I did this time. And I was so proud of myself this morning that I claimed it. Like, I claimed that I was going to wake up in a better mood today and I was going to do better today than I have been feeling. Consistency is key to everything in life, guys. Like, when we really start to believe that, things will really start to fall into place. Like, when you start to do things and make it a habit. So if making this video and at least helping at least one person feel better about themselves and helping them get out of like feeling the way that they're feeling and knowing that there's more out there and they don't have to feel that way. Own your thoughts, guys. Own your thoughts. Own your mind. Fear means false evidence appearing real. Don't let the thoughts of negative things make you feel anything. But just remember that whatever's bothering you today is most likely not going to be there tomorrow. And if it is going to be there for whatever reason that it may be, then you know what? It's how you come out of it and how you perceive the problem. This is a problem, an ongoing problem that you're going to be dealing with for some time, then it's how you perceive it, your perspective on it, how you deal with it, But that problem can't be here forever. So don't ever let a momentary problem in life, guys, or just like temporary situations bring you down completely. Life has its ways of teaching us lessons, and life's greatest lessons come from failures, guys. And when we really, really come to understand that, you really come to terms with failure and you actually look forward to failure because you're gonna learn something from it, something new, something valuable. So for those of you feeling some type of way today, just be happy, claim your day, and don't let anything negative come before your happiness, because tomorrow it won't be here.